Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Obelix here, back with you today from Tektopia. How y'all doing today? So, guys, we are leaving this world. Yep. We're gonna wrap this one up because I've got something new and cool coming up. But I do want to take just a minute to head around this world and take a look at everything we've done so far. To do that, I am going to switch over into Spectator, just to make it easier on us, and so we don't take 45 hours. I did put shaders on, because a lot of you guys requested just to see what the world would look like in shaders, and here you go. So we are using the... oops, nope, that's not where I want to go. Silder's shaders in Extreme. So we did make it off to the Nether. And kind of here's the front of our village, though we do have 3 entrances to it. And there's our village barrier. So you see we built pretty much out to the edge. We've walled most of the village. We still have a little bit over there. We do have a wall, but it's not decorated, and this whole back section back there. So as you come in, we've got guardhouses at every corner, and these are in fact guardhouses. I don't know if y'all all saw the video where I showed that they are in fact guardhouses right here. We have one at every gate, so the guards will come patrol to these houses regularly. We've got crop farms all the way around the edge here. Oh, a little bit of lag. Shaders will do that. We've got a little sugarcane farm here. Then we come in and we cross the Great Bridge, and we've got our storage room. This was the second room we built on the server, and it's worked out well for us. We left enough room here in the center to lay out some more chests if we needed to, but we never really needed to. We had more than enough storage as it was. Now, our first building on the server was this guy, the Town Hall. And we built him, 2 stories plus a roof high. And a poor little dejected girl having to go to school. So you come in here, and this is where the architect and the tradesman lived. And where we came in and bought all of our good stuff. Did a little bit of decoration just to pretty it up. We've got a little chest here of emeralds. We never used the storage room we got. We actually made our own. And then upstairs, we've got our school. Now, this came much, much later. But if you come up these stairs right here, you come up and bingo, bango, bongo, you've got a school. Pretty nice. And teacher's doing her job, teaching all the chins. And then, of course, we've got a roof up here. Pretty cool. We've got houses all the way around. We kind of started out with this style here, and then we kind of began breaking them up. These two are connected. It's 2 different houses connected together, but then we kind of started breaking them up as we learned about the different sizing and whatnot. But we kept the same aesthetic. We kept the same style. So all of these are houses. We changed the entry point, based off the terrain. Apparently we got a heart inside this house that needs to be picked up. We went so far as to set them up back here. And I really like these houses. I think they've worked well for our village. We've got a little tree farm over here growing the 4 different types of trees that can be harvested. Acacia is not one that can be harvested. I do have some acacia over there for me personally, but the villagers will not harvest acacia. They also don't harvest the double wide trees, not in the way you think they do. So to me, it's worked out better just to plant them in the 1-bys. Then we've got our Tavern, which I think came out really excellent. I'm loving this building. It's both our tavern and our kitchen. And again, I really like the way it came out. We did connect it to our town hall. And if we come in the front door here, yeah, we got a little chandelier going. We got plenty of room now that our town's grown. You know, the room is working out really well. We got a little spot for the little fluter guy to sit there and flute away. And then, of course, we see the chef coming in here to do little chefly things. One of the chefs, I think we have two now. Yeah, that's really came out nice, I think. We've got our guard station here. Our guard house. This can hold up to 10 guards. And we've got a little practice space inside as well. So we see the guards just chilling out at some tables here. We've got their beds all laid out. We could actually have 4 more guards. I like how the roof came out. I think that's cool looking. Then we've got a little practice area here, and then we've got one outside as well. Then actually let's go into game mode. We'll just do creative. Come down here, we'll take a look at our mines. And we have 2 entrances to our mine now. We started out with this entrance here. And this was torch to begin with, and we switched it to glowstone once we got into the nether and got some additional resources. So here's our mines. And apparently they all want to work in the same mine. They're just fighting each other. That's awesome. Could I help one of you win? I don't know. Here, let's take that off. Now you can all go in. There you go. Have a good time. Oh, this carpet has been the bane of my existence. Anyway. We got tons of mines down here for them to work on. And we got our second entrance right here. And you see we got a boatload of miners, so we're getting lots of good resources. And then we come up and we're out here on this side of the village. So the entry point is back over there. And there's another entry point over here. Now here we've got our library. And I modeled this around a library that is in my, around my area today. Kids must have just got out of school. Where they try too hard to make it too modern and it ends up being ugly. So that was what we were going for. But I think the inside came out really well. And, I actually like... Okay, I forgot I was in creative. I actually like the diorite floor. You might not, but I don't know. To me, it looks pretty cool. But, yeah, I think the library came out really well. Definitely gets some use. You walk in here at certain points in the day, and this place is just packed. Got our little enchanter set up here. Got our crafting table for the enchanter. Yeah, came out really nice. We've got a merchant stall over here where our merchant will show up. And he'll usually stand like right in here, because of where we put the symbol, which is perfect because we can come up and trade with him right here, and it's right next to our storage room, so we can grab all the stuff super quick. Our newest addition is this little fishing village here. I call it the fishing village. It's really not. This used to be a peninsula that kind of came out like this, is all grass, around like this, around following the path of the river, and I just nipped it off and then put in these little houses, which I think are pretty cute, and they work. I mean, they're full of kids right now. They definitely work. I am going to flip it back to day, time, set, day, since we're just doing a world tour. Yeah, it's going to tick off the villagers, don't care. We're leaving the world anyway. We've got our little butcher shop here, but you can see him going in to do his business. Be quiet, phone. Nobody's talking to you. And little girl just decided she wanted to come in and see the bad happenings, I guess. I don't know. And then we've got our... I really like that butcher shop. We've got our blacksmith... what do you call it? Smithy? I don't know. Man, grabbing gathering the resources for this brick. Man, that took a while swimming through the river. Yeah, I think this really looks nice. We got our anvil and our workbenches, crafting tables. The quartz or the granite and the bricks do look well together. A little use of note blocks up there. And let's see what else we have. This is my own like personal tree farm. You can see I got a bunch of acacia, but they won't come mine it. They will come mine all the other trees occasionally, but usually they stay over there at that farm. This is our barn. I think there's more I could do to it. I don't think it's bad, but I do think like this wall's a little bit plain. I could do some more stuff to it and gussy it up a little bit. But you can see they've definitely been doing their job at raising these animals. We got a ton of animals here to be used. And then we did decorate out the inside a little bit, not a whole lot. You know, we left a lot of space because the way they haul the animals in and out, they'll get stuck on dang near everything, so you got to be real careful. I was going to put some horses and stuff in here, and we just never got them. Built a little cart, little wheelbarrow over here that I think looks pretty cool. There's actually storage space upstairs, but we didn't actually use it for anything. It's just lit up space, and there's actually another floor above this that we also didn't use. I think I put some wheat or some hay up here. Yeah, that's about it though. And then I built a little cart off to the side here that I used to have some pigs in, which I thought was pretty cool. But these guys, ranchers, came and snagged the pigs out of there and brought them back over here. So, oh well. I had a feeling that was probably going to happen, but it was worth a shot. And then this is my house. It's gone through a few iterations, but this is it as it stands today. Kind of a little 3 half-tier thing. I do really like the look, and I think I could flesh this out a lot more and make it really nice. I may use this kind of design aesthetic, in another series down the road, but gussy it up a little bit. But I am liking that. That dark oak and that spruce look really good together with the little birch accents. Let's see, what else? We got a skeleton farm under the ground right about here. You've seen 100 skeleton farms, you probably don't care. And that's really about it for this little village. We've crafted or made every single job type there is. So we've got at least one of everybody running around. So we've seen how a village actually works. Now, what I want to do, you see the guard there patrolling. What I want to do, like I said, is reboot this series. I want to go to a season 2 of Tektopia. And to do that, I want to start over. So we spent all of season 1 here learning about the villagers, how they work, how they interact with each other, how the rancher, grows the animal. Then the butcher will take the animal and convert it into its resources here, say leather and food. How the chef will take the food and cook it. How the teacher will take the leather, or the enchanter will take the, from the library here, will take the leather and the paper and turn it into a book. The teacher will use the book to teach the kid. It's like a domino effect, right? It rolls downhill. It just keeps going and going and going. The miner will go down and mine the iron. The blacksmith, this guy here, will take that iron over here and turn it into a tool that the lumberjack can use. Or the farmer, and then the farmer, will farm the food with that tool, and then the food will come over to the storage room, and the chef will pick it up and cook it, and then take it back to the storage room, and then people can eat. And it's this kind of well-woven, interweaved thing. And I'm like moving my hands, like interlocking my fingers, and you can't see that, so I don't know why I'm actually doing that. But yeah, we've learned a lot about what can and can't be done in a village and how to interact. And there are things I would definitely do different. Like this merchant stall, I would have built this a lot sooner. I ended up building it way toward the end of the series, not realizing how useful it can be. how useful it really was. In the new series, that's going to get built way sooner. Just little stuff like that we've learned. But since we know more, I don't think it would be fair just to run over here, just outside the barrier and say, plop down a new village right here. Boom, let's go. So I don't want to do that. I want to make it a challenge. And there's two things I think I can do to make it really, really challenging. One of them, lose the wall. No wall. So in our new series, we will have no wall. And then, secondly, well, we're going to take things a bit extreme. And by extreme, I mean amplified. Yeah. We are going to build a village in amplified terrain. That should be a serious challenge. So I picked here as our home space. Now spawn is about 600 blocks in roughly that direction there. Almost 700 blocks actually. But I like this little space here. I love this little column that reaches down from this higher place. I want to build a stairway inside of here. We're going to use this space for our trees and crops. If the village reaches over to there, we may expand over to there. I don't know if it will actually reach that far. We're going to do all the buildings as hanging off the side of these cliffs, and I think that's going to be super cool. We're going to have little pathways walking around. It's going to be super dangerous. Our villagers are probably going to push each other off and die. So we're going to have to deal with and manage that. Obviously, it's dark under here. We're going to have to deal with and manage that as well. This little central column is going to be our stairway up. So I'm thinking spiral staircase inside, all the way to the top up here. And then we'll have, we'll cut out inside the mountains for pathways or maybe along the edges here. There'll be kind of a mix of both. The buildings will have like a little facade here on the edge of the mountain, but dig inside the mountain for the remainder of the building. I think that'll look cool. We may have a bridge over to this little floating island here, with something over here. Maybe there's a cool little bridge from here to here, and the villagers have to walk across this precarious bridge. Yeah, I think that's going to be cool. And the size, the village kicks out really far, and I'm pretty sure it's going to encompass all of this land over here, at least the edges of it. So remember that, the nomads and the merchants and the necromancers and whatnot all spawn, at the extreme corners and then have to walk in. So we're going to have to build paths, safe paths. That's all dark. We got to build they may spawn way up there, and we're going to have to get them from up there over to here somehow, some way, and I don't know what that way is yet. So we're going to have to figure that out. I think this is going to be a super fun challenge. I think we're going to fail a lot, just because the difficulty of the terrain, I think, is really going to cause us some issues. Yeah, look at this. I mean, we can build a little bridge across here and then make use of this space. We can wrap all the way around this if we need to. There's a little bit of room up here I think we could do a little bit of something with, but not a whole lot. I don't know, maybe a little farm or something. But yeah, I definitely think this is going to be fun. And we have one little floaty dirt block. And hopefully y'all don't mind. I'm going to break this in creative because I can't stand floaty blocks that are individual. But yeah, that's the only thing I've done in creative is break that one block, other than fly around looking for the space that'll work for us. But yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of fun, and this is going to be our new series, season 2 of Tektopia. In the next episode, we will start where I will come down here onto the ground, like it so. I will put myself into survival and make with the punchity wood, make with the diggity iron, and choppity of animals for food, which I don't see any of. That could be a problem. May have to go crop farming early. Oh wow. Okay, there's V cows. I was gonna say, if I gotta get all the way up there to get an animal, amplified is a challenge for sure. I've actually never I've walked through amplified terrain before, just like this, but I've never actually tried to play on it. So this is gonna be a super challenge. Oh, this is cool over here. I like this little water flowing almost all the way down to the river, like 1 block short. That's a cool little arch. Digging it. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys like where we're taking the series. Drop a comment in the down yonder what you think, how successful or unsuccessful we're going to be. Probably leaning toward the unsuccessful. Anyway, guys, till next time, y'all get out there, make some noise. See ya.